Okay, welcome to this fourth session in the Morse training, and today we went through call signs and a bit of practice on previous words. So today we're going to again have a bit of practice on previous words, and then we're going to start going into call signs. So let me just pull up the details and we shall begin. Right. So starting back at the beginning, we'll go through the basic words we've covered previously, and then we will move on to the new call sign words. Here we go. Okay, so we'll just start with some basic words. The first one, you are, and I'll play each of these twice. So that's you are, diddy-da, did-da-dit. Sig. Ant for antenna. Rig. QRL followed by a question mark. Okay, next is /P for portable. Then we have QRP. We then have fine business. And next we're going to go into the actual QSO type words. That was CQ, and then DE. RST. (599) in numbers. We then have 5NN. Next we have QTH. We have break. BT, which is a pause. 7-3. We have SK. And those are all the words, mainly from session 2. So next we're going to briefly recap the numbers. And this is what we did in session 3. Whoops, I'll go a bit slower there. So first number. Again. Okay, so that was each number twice. Next, we will go on to a bit of a practice with call signs. So this is mainly what we covered this week, and I'm going to do each call sign twice, and there's 5 call signs for each type. So the first ones are going to be M0 call signs. Try and become familiar with the initial sounds for M0. So they'll have different letters at the end, which you can try and translate, but they all begin with M0. So here we go. Okay, that was the last one for the M0s. So listen to this over and over, a few times in a go, and then leave it and come back to it. Try and listen to it little and often. Next are the M7s. So again, I'll do each one twice. Okay, here we go. Okay, that was all of the M7s. I know this is going quite quickly, but the key thing is practice, practice, practice. What you want to do is hear this high-speed call sign over and over, and each time you hear it, you pick up another letter, another number, and so on, until you hear the whole word. Once you've heard and you know each letter, hopefully when you hear the whole word, it will suddenly become obvious what the individual letters are, and it will give you the recognition next time you hear a very similar word. So again, go through these little and often to help yourself get used to hearing a call sign. Next is the G0s. So that was M7s. This is G0s. Okay, that was the end of the G zeros. Again, I don't expect you to get it first time. You probably only got a couple of letters out of each one. Part of the skill of Morse code is learning to move on as well when you have a difficulty. So don't get stuck on one letter. Listen, and if you don't get one, ignore it and carry on. Listen to it over and over, and eventually you'll fill in the blanks and you'll get the whole word. And this is important. It's important to go through the difficulties of doing it that way, to get your brain used to moving on when it gets stuck, and also filling in the blanks if you hear it several times. Bear in mind, most people, when they call out, will give their name twice. So you don't have to get it all on the first go. If it's difficult, you will get a second attempt there. The next thing we're going to do is, and the final thing we're going to do is the 2E0 call signs. The 2E0. Again, I'll do each one twice and see how you get on here. Okay, that was the last of the 2E0s. So again, have a listen to these over and over. Get used to the initial part of the call sign so that you recognise it instantly. And try and fill in the gaps with multiple listens. It won't take long before you're picking them up, because when you hear one letter in one call sign, it will be familiar. The same letter will be familiar in other call signs. Right, the last line we've got here are G7 calls, so we'll do that, and that'll be an end for this week. It's going to take quite a bit of repetition with these, so we're not going to do any more than this on this particular homework session. So these are all G7 call signs. Okay, that's the last G7 call. Again, when you practice this, don't be afraid to pause after each word. So listen to the word, have a go at it, pause, have a think about it, fill in the letters you can. The second word, the second instance of the word will come through next after that. Pause it, have a go at that. So give yourself a chance, but you want to be hearing the words at full speed so that you get used to that reaction from your brain. You're training your brain to react quickly and recognise the characters. So with that, I'll leave you to practice. If you have any questions, send me a message. Otherwise, I'll see you next week.